Chapter 6051. At this moment, as Margaret guessed, Maria drove the car onto the elevated road to Chishire Temple. What she was thinking right now was the same as what Margaret had guessed. She felt that since the fake monk had been paying attention to Charlie, and even protected him at critical moments, then in this situation, they must also be paying attention to him secretly at this time. Maybe the other party is in Aurus Hill now. If the other party is really in Aurus Hill, then they must be secretly monitoring her every move. If she suddenly goes to Chishire Temple alone at this time, once the other party knows about it, they will understand that she did this just to meet them. Of course, Maria also knew that the situation might not be as she guessed, or that all this was just her own passionate guessing, and the other party was not paying attention to her at all. But Maria didn't care. Anyway, it didn't cost much to go out and give it a try. If she found nothing, she could just drive back. Traffic was very smooth at noon on weekdays. Maria drove for more than half an hour and arrived at the entrance of Chishire Mountain. Although the Chishire Mountain scenic area is very large and has complete winding roads, tourists' vehicles must be parked in the parking lot outside the mountain gate, and then enter the scenic area on foot, and then choose to take the sightseeing bus in the scenic area. So Maria drove the car directly after entering the parking lot. She planned to stop the car, walk around Chishire Temple, fully expressing her intention to communicate, and wait for the other party to show up. There were not many tourists in the scenic spot at noon, and there were still many empty spaces in the parking lot. So she found a parking space with no cars on both sides and parked her car in it. When she stopped the car and just opened the door to get out of the car, the passenger door was suddenly opened, and a figure sat in the passenger seat. Maria's heart skipped a beat, thinking that she was being targeted by Victoria's people. She subconsciously looked at that person, and was surprised to find that the person sitting in the co-pilot was actually an old lady wearing a brown hat. The next second, she recognized the appearance of this person. This person was the fake monk she saw in the Qingjiao Temple of Shirwandashan that day. Maria's expression showed surprise for a second, and then returned to normal. She closed the driver's door again, smiled, and said to the fake monk, "Hello, teacher, we finally meet again." Sister Sun looked at Maria, smiled slightly, and said, "Miss Lin must know that I am not a teacher, so it's better not to call me that." Maria smiled knowingly and nodded lightly. Then she asked her, "You must know that I came to Chishire Temple to meet you, right?" Sister Sun smiled and said, "Mr. Wade returned to Aurus Hill today. I think Miss Lin must be worried, so I came to meet with Miss Lin. When I meet you, I may be able to answer some of your doubts, Miss Lin." Maria asked her, "Can I ask a question?" "Of course." Sister Sun nodded and said, "I will tell you everything I can tell you. I will not tell you everything I can't tell you. So I also ask Miss Lin to keep this in mind, please." Maria nodded slightly and asked her, "You know that Mr. Wade is coming back, and you also guessed that I will be worried about Mr. Wade. You must also know that all this is related to the preface to the 9 mystery scriptures." "That's right," Sister Sun said calmly. "The fact that all the treasures from all directions have returned to China proves that Mr. Wade must have obtained the preface to the 9 mystery scriptures. What I can tell Miss Lin is, the preface to the 9 mystery scriptures for Mr. Wade, there are hundreds of harms but no benefit, and he must never practice it.